Welcome to another exciting edition of Savvy Jamaican Cuisine. For today's menu, guys, I'll be walking you through the process of how I do Jamaican oxtail with beans. Now, we know oxtail to be one of those traditional meats in Jamaica, which is also on the expensive side. And also, twist to it is that oxtail requires so much attention that it's best to do it a slow process kind of way or a braised format of cooking. So yeah, guys, I'm going to be walking you through the process of how I do my step-by-step oxtail and bean. Alright, so of course go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course select the bell notification so you get notified once I post a video. So of course I'll see you on the other end of this video where I'll be showing you the seasoning process of how I do the oxtail as we go into the cooking process. Alright, so here we are beginning with the seasoning process of our oxtail. So what I did earlier was to wash the oxtail with some vinegar just to get away the extra rawness from that. Now as you can see, I've added my herbs to this. So as we have here garlic, ginger, onions, scallion. Now I'm gonna add some pimento berries to that as well. Alright, so let's add some pimento berries there. We're gonna be adding some dried thyme. Of course, if you have the fresh thyme, that's equally okay as well. I'm just using this because this is what I have home currently. Right, so to this now I'm gonna be adding a tablespoon or maybe 2 tablespoons of my green seasoning, which I use in most of my meats. So yeah, 2 tablespoons in that, and also 2 tablespoons of jerk seasoning to this as well. Alright, so we have that here. Now I'm going to be adding some all-purpose seasoning to this. You want to ensure it's properly seasoned, so I'm adding enough seasoning here. So all-purpose seasoning added to that. Also, I'll be adding my special condiments that I use in most of my cooking as well here. Then I'm going to be adding some beef seasoning, you know, that gives a kick to the oxtail. So that is there. Alright, a little bit of cayenne pepper. This is in its powdered form. Some black pepper, and then I'm gonna also add a little bit of salt to this because we're already using seasons, so just adding a little salt to it as well. Next, I'm gonna go ahead with some dark soy sauce, as well as I'll be using a bit of browning as well, but I'm adding some dark soy sauce first, then I come back with the browning to it. And what we're going to do after adding the browning is just mix it into a gentle rub. So let me just add my browning. There, guys. So browning added. We're going to just get this into a gentle rub. You know, incorporate all the season into the meat. And then we're going to put this, cover this and put it in the refrigerator to marinate for a minimum of 24 hours. Of course, if you want to marinate it for a longer time period, up to you. But for me personally, I'll be doing it for 24 hours. So just getting this all seasoned together, getting my hand in the process, you know, getting the season in the oxtail. And of course, we're going to transfer this to another bowl. Because as I mentioned, I use this one because it's much bigger to help with the seasoning process. So it's going to add this to the bowl and then, you know, cover it and put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. Oxtail is seasoned for 24 hours. Of course, it was in the fridge. So I just took out the oxtail and, you know, remove it from all the herbs and spices that was used into seasoning. So what I'm gonna do now is to start browning the oxtail, you know, to get that perfect color. So I have my pot here with some vegetable oil. Not more vegetable oil, not really necessary as to fuss about what oil. I use vegetable oil, but of course if you want to use something else, that's totally up to you. So my oil is being heated. So what I'm going to do is to go ahead and to start browning the oxtail. So just going to drop that in a little piece by piece. And you want to get that brown, that golden brown color on the outside. So let me just fill this up here. I know some of these oxtails are a bit big, but pretty much that's how I got it from the supermarket. So I have to work with it this way. So I'm just going to be browning these. Alright guys, so here we are, we have our oxtail pretty much brown. So this is what you want to get. You want to get a dark color on the outside because you don't want your oxtail to be white. So right, this is what I was looking for. I got this perfect color. What I'm going to do is to just add all of the herbs and spices that I use to season the oxtail. I'm just going to add this on top of this here. And I'm going to be using warm water. So this is some warm water. What this does is also quicken the cooking process of the oxtail. So this is like about 4 cups of warm water that I've added to that. So I'm just going to allow this to slow cook for another hour. If I do need more time, because the cooking oxtail depends so much on the age of the ox that you're using, or the cow that you're using actually. So it might require some more time. So if after 1 hour I do need more time, then I'll just add some more warm water to this and then leave it. But it's the slow cooking process that's really, you know, make oxtail so much of a savory meal, pretty much. So I'm gonna leave this on low heat for another hour. So I'll be back with you to show you the final step of how I add the beans and everything to this after an hour. Alright, so here we are with oxtail after 2 hours of cooking. As I mentioned before in the previous video, the oxtail does take some time to do, depending on the aging actually of the ox you're using. So this one was pretty much seems to be an old one, so it took a longer time frame than I expected. So this is the final result after 2 hours. So of course the meat is cooked, and we're just going to go ahead and add our necessary seasoning and the beans to that as well. I'll be adding some spinners to it. I mean, that's optional. That's just one of the things that I do, but if you don't want to, it is also up to you. So here I'm just adding some onions, bell pepper, scotch bonnet pepper, and as you can see, I'm using 3 different colors bell pepper. That's just for color actually. So that works, right? So with that being added, I'm also going to add some carrots to that. Just gonna mix everything well here. I don't need to add any more spice to this because I already tasted and it was good. So this is perfect. The beans is gonna go in there in the next 10 minutes or so. So to this I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato ketchup just for an added flavor. So the last 2 things gonna be added to this is the beans, and I'm using lima beans, that is, and a few spinners. As I mentioned, that's just one of my things. If you're not up to that, then it's totally okay. So I'm gonna leave this right now for another 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll be back to show you the end result of oxtail with beans. See, I've already added the beans and the spinners to this. I also had to change the pot because that one was way too small for all the stuff I'm using, so I had to use a bigger pot. So just gonna leave this now for the last 5 minutes for everything to incorporate well, and then oxtail and beans should be ready. So the next video, where the next aspect of this should be the final product of Jamaican oxtail and beans. Alright, so guys, here we are, final result of Jamaican oxtail with beans. Now this turns out so perfect, like literally I didn't expect nothing less. So yeah, final result here. This is your Jamaican oxtail with beans. So of course, thank you so much for making it Savvy Jamaican Cuisine. Of course, this is a platform whereby I teach you everything Jamaican. So until the next video, continue to remain savvy. Peace, I'm out.